The learnings of Nishmas Etta Ahuva Basakim. Masechel Sotah Perikhes Mishna Gimel. So Mishna Beis, we learned different cases of a house where you did not have to go to Muhammad. You would stay at the edge and you were Mesapkin Mayim Umazan and you Mesakin the Drachim. But these things, you have to stay in the war. What are they? So all these things are not roi ladira. The Gemara says, Dafka Bais haroi ladira, you didn't have to stay in the war. But these things are not roi ladira. An entrance gate, achsadra, is just a roof without mechitzos. Marpeses is on like an attic. Different rooms came out, like a second floor of like an apartment building where they came out to this porch that went along the whole fence. So that's not considered a place which is roi ladira, so you don't go back for that. Now, in the case of planting a tree, also we learned in the last Mishnah you go back, but in these cases you don't. What is that? Hanaiteya, you have to stay in the war. If you naiteya arba iloni maichel, if it's only 4 trees, it has to be 5 trees. Rashi seems to learn like the same halacha as Klein, that it was shtayim keneged shtayim, v'achas it says zanav. Rashi in the Gemara has a picture of what that looks like. And also the Mishnah says that if it's chamishi lani srak, if they're not giving peiros, the 5 trees, then also you wouldn't go back. And in the third category from the last Mishnah of marrying an isha, over here the Mishnah says that that's dafka a regular kosher marriage, but someone who's machzor grushatzai, which is chayde lavin, or almana l'koyin gadol, grusha chalusa koyin hedjed, mamzeres nesina l'Yisrael, bas Yisrael l'mamzer l'nasan, in all these cases, lo yhay chayzer. So the Rav over here brings what the Bryce and the Gemara says, that it's learned out from the word v'loy l'kacha, that it doesn't say v'loy l'kach, is coming, that's a miyat to tell me lafuke, a case of a chayve lavin of almana l'koyin gadol. And the Gemara explains that we're going to have a shita later on in the perek that says, that learns when the pasuk says, Hayari Varach Levav, which we didn't get to yet, that someone who has Avera Shabiyadi, Rabbi Yosef says, so then that person doesn't go in the war. So it sounds like our mission is Dafka going like Rabbi Yosef Haglili, but over here we're learning it out from a different pasuk, from V'lei Kacha. So the Gemara explains that it's talking about that he wasn't yet over the Avera, because we're going like Rabba's Shita that holds that Aman L'Koyin Gadol, even though it says that the Isser is the Lekicha, he holds that Ein Aloika Achiyiva, you only get Malkus once you're boil. Mamzeres and Nesina is more clear that it doesn't say the Isser is Lakacha, but there is Dafka through being boil. So we're talking about that you weren't yet over an Isser, and Afal Pikein, because we darshan the Pasuk over here, Veloy Lekacha, you wouldn't get a Torah from going to the Mechama. Rabbi Yehuda says, Afa bayna bayis al mechoina lo yechazer. If you build a house in the same place where it was, also, you knock down your house and rebuild over there, that's not a reason to pati yourself from the Mechama. Rabbi Eliezer, Afa bayna bayis levanim b'sharoin lo yechazer, because over there, it was a place called Sharoin, and the ground wasn't good, and the houses wouldn't last. The Gemara says that they were mechadshim oiseh pamayim b'shvua. You had to rebuild it twice every 7 years. So in that case, you wouldn't have a Torah from the Mechama. Mishnah Daled, ve'elu shein zazim imekaymus. And now these would not even have to go out to the war in the first place. And those the cases before they went to the edge, where we spoke out in Mishnah Beis that the Shaita spoke to them, and it was Ala Safar at the edge of the city, and then he would tell them to go back, and they were Chayzer Mesafkin Mayim Umazim, but they didn't go totally back home. These Mishnahs, they didn't go at all to the world. They were totally pater, and it's also the same thing, marriage, planting a field, and also the building of a house, but over here it's different Gedarm, as we're going to see. Bona Bayis V'chanacha, over here it's talking about that he actually already started living in his house. Not the Karen V'chiloi, he was already Mechalel his opinion of Neter Avai, and Anoizes Arusasai is that they already had Nesuin. So then they wouldn't go to war at all. Hakoines es Yevimtoi, also if you already were born Yevimtoi, so then that's also Nesuin. How does this learn out? So this is from a different parsha in Devarim Perek Chaf Dalet. Pasuk over there says Ki yikach ishisha chadasha liyetze betzava, that you don't go to war at all. V'layavar alav chol davar. And the pasuk says, "Naki yeh lebeisay shana achash v'simech es ishta asher lakach." So the mission over here, darshan, is Naki yeh lebeisay shana achas lebeisay. That's talking about building a house. Yeh, Naki yeh zekarma is a reboy to tell me you're planting a vineyard. V'simech es ishta is that zu ishta. That's talking about marriage mamish, which is that's the pashtus of the whole pasuk. Asher lakach is adding to tell me lahavi is yavimta even ba yavimta, and these ain't maspikin mayim umazam ain misaknes adrachim. They don't have to do anything; they stay home for a complete year.